Okay, let's start by breathing in. Try to hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then breathe out through your mouth. In through your nose. Hold. Breathe out. Okay, repeat that a couple times on your own. Okay, let's go through your Poomsae in your head. Pick the highest one that you know for your belt level, right? And go through it on your own time. Ready, set, connect. Poomsae 준비. On your own time. 시작. Ha! Open your eyes from here. Let's continue. So today, Kathy is going to lead us through some stretching, and then I'll continue with conditioning. Go ahead.
Okay, let's start with jumping jacks. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 열, 아홉, 열.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Kick back.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 열, 아홉, 열.
Now go back and forth with your legs. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Side to side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, stretch everything out. You shake everything out. Okay, now facing this way. Let's stretch your hamstrings. Okay, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Go down. So bring your leg across from you sideways. And then go down.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Drop your back leg. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now the other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
So make sure your chest is going down to where your shin is, okay? So don't have it too far in other directions. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Back leg. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Stand up. Okay. Grab the back of your head and let's push it down and stretch your neck up. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Push it up.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
To the side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Arm. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Rotate your head. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Okay. right leg forward. Stretch down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other leg. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. How's everything going for the rest?
Okay, very good. That's good. Hopefully everyone's warmed up a little bit. So first thing we're going to start with to warm up our legs a little bit more. We're going to start with some hopping jumps. We're going to bounce up and down. From here, the first one is simple. We're going to jump forward and backwards, side to side. Then we're going to go forward, back, left, right, forward, back, left, right. So forward, back, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's go a little faster. Okay, good. Shake out your legs. And now guess what? We're going to do the same thing with one leg. Let's start with your left leg up. Ready? Forward and back. Side to side. Forward, back, left, right. Forward, back, left, right. Go slower if you have to. Just keep going. And go a little faster. Forward, back, left, right. Forward, back, left, right. Okay, pause. Okay. Yes, the other leg. Ready? Other leg up. Ready? Bouncing. Ready? Forward and back. Left and right. Ready? Forward, back, left, right. Forward, back, left, right. Forward, back, left, right. Forward, back, left, right. Ready? Go as fast as you can. Okay, pause. Catch your breath. Okay, very good. Everyone's doing well so far, I hope. Okay, today what we're going to practice is we're going to practice some kicking control drills. The first one's going to be for front kick. Today we're going to work on holding our front kick out. So everyone, I want you to find a wall or something you can hold on to. You can use a chair, a wall, whatever you feel like you need to keep your balance. Is the first one we're going to focus on is front kick position. So hand on the wall or a chair, bring your left leg up. We'll wait a few seconds for them to get the chair or to find somewhere to stand beside. Let's give them 5 more seconds. Okay, hopefully you found a chair or a wall or something to put your hand on for balance. Ready? Lift up your leg. Okay, we're going to do this. When I say 1, you go out. I say 2, you go back in. And you count on 2. Okay, ready? 1, 2.
하나,
1, 2.
둘,
1, 2.
셋,
1, 2.
넷,
1, 2.
다섯,
1, 2.
여섯,
1, 2.
일곱,
1, 2.
여덟,
1, 2.
아홉,
1, hold. 2.
열.
Good. Put your leg down, shake out your legs. When you're ready, change your leg. Ready? Let's begin. 1, 2.
하나,
1, 2.
둘,
1, 2.
셋,
1, 2.
넷,
1, 2.
다섯,
1, 2.
여섯,
1, 2.
일곱,
1, 2.
여덟,
1, 2.
아홉,
1. Hold. 2.
열.
Go put your leg down, shake out your legs. Okay, the next one we're going to do the same thing with side kick position. Okay, so I'm going to show you from the sideways angle. Okay, so from here, from your knee up position, you want to turn your body to the side, and your heel on your standing leg should be facing where you're kicking, right? I want you guys to try to get your knee and your foot at the same height before you start. Okay, so at the same time as you extend your leg, I want to see 2 things. Number 1, shoulder down. Number 2, foot up as high as you can. Okay, so we're trying to do side kick for height today. That's okay. Just join in. Yeah, very good. Okay, sure. So let's go. Right, so find hand on the wall. Foot position, heel forward. Knee and foot same height first. Ready, dip your shoulder, extend your leg out. 1, 2. 1, 2.
둘,
1, 2.
셋,
1, 2.
넷,
1, 2.
다섯,
1, 2.
여섯,
1, 2.
일곱,
1, 2.
여덟,
1, 2.
아홉,
1, 2.
열.
Good. Drop your leg. Don't worry, the harder one will come later. Ready? Change your legs around. My switch is functioning, so I can change my hand position. You're ready to come up to sidekick position. Ready? Let's begin. 1, out. 2, in.
하나,
1, 2.
둘,
1, 2.
셋,
1, 2.
넷,
1, 2.
다섯,
1, 2.
여섯,
1, 2.
일곱,
1, 2.
여덟,
1, 2.
아홉,
1. 2.
열.
Very good. Sorry guys, we have to pause for a photo shoot for them for a second. Okay. Pick up your legs. Okay, we're gonna go back to front kick position. We're gonna do what's called pulses. So pulses are when you have your leg moving up and down from the extended position. So you can start at the front kick position. You're gonna go up and down with your leg near the highest point. So wherever you can hold it at the highest point, try to keep it in that area. So you don't want to have this. This is too big. Go as high as you can, keep it there, and go up and down, up and down, up and down to build up your core strength and your strength in the flexible position. Okay? So you can keep your hand on the wall if you need to. We're going to start with our right leg first. Ready? Right leg up. Ready? And extend and go up and down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Ready? Let's switch your legs. Ready, extend out. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Check out your legs. Okay. We're going to do the same thing with side kick, but this time because we didn't do a hold for side kick last time, we're going to do that this time after we're done. So you're going to go up and down at the highest point. You're going to hold it out for 10 seconds. Okay, let's start with our right leg.
Right leg, okay.
Just use the pillow. Okay, sure. Ready? From here, extend it out. Ready? Now, bounce your leg up and down. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, Katika.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Let's change your legs. Ready? Lift up your side kick position and extend and up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
And bend it. Go down.
If you're holding your pants, that's cheated.
Yeah. Don't hold your pants. Okay. I'm sure you thought we were done. We're not. We have one more exercise to do. Figure eights. So we're going to develop our control over our side kicks a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to show you from the front view. Okay. So you got to see it from here. My leg is going to make a figure eight shape near the highest point I can. I want you to imagine going around 2 points. I'm going to give you an example. Can you grab 2 targets? Okay. You don't need these 2 targets, but I want you to see what I'm doing with my foot. I'm going to go around these 2 targets with my foot like this. Okay. So watch. Let's go from the side like this. Yeah. So for my sidekick position, a little better. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around this way. I'm gonna go around this way. Right? So that's the drill we're gonna do with both of our legs. Let me show you that one more time. Okay, remember, look, you have to go above it. So start from extending your leg out in sidekick position near your highest point. It doesn't have to be the highest, but close to go around. Right? Try to keep your body still. Have your foot be what's moving instead of your arms. Okay? So every time you go around, back and forth, that's going to be 1. I want you to follow my count. Okay? So every time you go back to center twice, that's going to be 1. Okay? So for this one, we're going to do it without the wall. Okay. Okay, we're going to see whether Kat can do this drill. And I want to make sure that she knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's start from here. I'll start from here. In between and move it around. 1. And.
Wait, can you try this?
Sure. 1.
No, this is people.
2. Okay. Not bad. Okay. So what we're going to do, right, in order to cater to people's, abilities, we're going to do this with a hand on the wall. We won't do it freestanding. Okay? So you got your hand on the wall, hand on your chair. I'll try to show you with no wall. Okay, but you guys can try to do it with. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Take a look at what Kathy's doing. Okay, have your leg between the targets and go around. 1, 2.
That's figure 8.
3. Yes, sir. Sideways figure 8.
Infinite side.
Infinite.
We need to keep our posture for the feet correct as well.
Well, okay, so this one, your foot's going to be moving around, so you won't be holding a perfect sidekick position, because some points you're going to be here, some points you're going to be here. But the point is you want to keep your body still and have your leg moving around, okay? So try not to have your body swaying back and forth as you're going. So, it's because you'll be moving your body instead of actually moving your leg. So keep your body as still as you can and have your leg moving around the whole time, okay? So we're going to do this, right, with you guys. But remember, you guys don't have targets, so you have to imagine that you're going around 2 points, okay? Create a sideways figure 8 with your leg, okay? So keep watching your foot the whole time. I will do it facing the camera. You can do it sideways. Okay, ready? Let's start with your right leg. Ready? Lift it up, extend it out, and let's go around. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And drop your leg. Woo! Hard for everybody. Okay, let's stretch out my legs and do the other side. Ready? Extend it out. And let's go figure 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And drop your leg down, shake it out. Woo! Very good. Okay, we're gonna move on for today. Got a lot of things to cover because it's Poomsae week. Facing forward. Start it. Good night. Get some water, come back, and we will continue. Okay, everyone, we're going to come back and do some stretching. Okay. So the first stretch we're going to do today is middle splits. You guys already know how to do this one. We do it every class during the normal class. Legs apart, hands down. Widen your legs.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Right? It's all fair. Right? If I make you do it, I have to be able to do it, right? Open up your legs. Let's do 2 sets. Now, third set. 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 요 Kathy.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, yours.
Okay, from here bring your legs a little closer in. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is called Russian splits. So it's gonna be the same position, but this time, lift up your toes on one side, then the other side, and then move your heels out, putting your weight on your hands so that your heels hurt a little bit less, okay? And this time, bring your hips down. You can have your body a bit more upwards if you need to, so that your hips stay in line with your feet. Okay, let's do 2 sets now. 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Ease off. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, next thing we're gonna do today, we're gonna do some front splits. Okay, so put your knees on the ground, make a 90-degree angle with your feet, like this. Okay, so 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. Let's start by stretching out your hip flexor. So straighten your front leg. Now, you're gonna push your hip forward and bend your knee at the same time, like this. And push your hips down towards the ground. Okay, keep your back leg facing straight backwards, and dip your hips towards the floor. Now, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Straighten your front leg. This time, lean forward. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. This time, straighten out your back leg and go further back, or move your front leg forward, whichever one you need to do to lengthen out your legs. Now you're stretching both your hip flexor and your hamstring. Ready? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Hold it. Kathy.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Let's switch sides. Booyah! Okay. 90-degree angle. Okay, now hands on your hips. Straighten your leg. Bend your knee and hips towards the ground. Now, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Straighten your leg out. Lean forward. Kathy, count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Here, straighten it out and go even longer. Make sure your hips stay in between your legs, okay? So don't lean to the side, otherwise you're gonna fall down on your side. You won't be stretching anymore. Ready? 2 sets now. 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Hold.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Easy. Off. Slowly stand up. Do a few hip rotations. One way. Other way. Okay, so today what we're going to work on is we're going to work on going from kicking positions to stances. What that means is, number one, we have to control our balance so that we don't land straight away. If we kick and we fall, we're not showing balance and we're not landing in good stances. We're going to separate our kick from our landing. So it's going to be 1, kick, keep your balance. Then 2, land in whatever stance you want to. For example, walking stance, forward stance, back stance. We'll start with front kick, landing in walking stance. This one should be simple for everyone, right? But we're going to separate them. Yes. Okay, so reminder again, walking stances, we should have 1 fist of space between your foot. Your toe and your heel should have 1 fist of space, both sideways and forwards. 1 fist of space between your toe and your heel. Okay, now, to land in that position, we're going to do 2 things. Number 1, when you raise your knee, in order to kick high, I want you to pivot like this.
So your foot's going to turn to the side. But when you land, you're going to pivot so that your heel goes back to the front. So what we're doing here is, look, when I raise my knee, my leg turns. When I put it down, it turns back. Okay, so at home, try this out a few times. Try to relax the leg that you're standing on and raise your knee as high as you can. See whether your foot turns or not. Like this. So if you're doing this naturally, your foot's going to turn to the side. If you force it, your knee's going to go like this. It's going to point somewhere else. So don't forcefully turn your standing leg. Don't try to pivot. Okay, just raise your knee and your back leg should turn on its own. Okay, so try that just a few times on your own. I'm going to do it with you guys. Just try to go up and down. Up, turn, come down. Up, turn, come down. Up, turn, come down. Up, turn, come down. Okay, let your foot turn for you. Okay, don't force it to turn on your own. Okay, now we're going to add on the front kick to that, and you're going to hold your leg in the air. And now here's the challenge. You have to put your leg down and pivot back to a walking stance. So from 1, 2, 2. Okay? So we're going to try that alternating legs. You're going to walk forward while you do it. Okay? So from fighting stance should be, but walking stance. Okay? From here, front kick 1. Keep your balance. Ready? 2. So let's follow along from this point, everybody. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So remember, you see, can you guys see when I'm landing, my leg is turning back to the front. Sideways, back to forwards. This turning action has to happen when you put your leg down. Okay, get used to it in walking stance because we're going to do it in forward stance and in back stance as well. Okay, so this time, let's try that. Let's go from a walking stance, front kick, where you're going to land in a forward stance. Okay, so from fighting stance should be walking stance, legs apart. Okay, front kick 1, keep your balance. From here, shift to a forward stance by widening your legs but keeping your back straight. So what we don't want to see is this. Don't keep your body in line with your back leg. Keep your body perpendicular to the ground. Keep it straight up as you shift forward. Okay? So now, that pivot we talked about. 1, turn to the side. 2, as you land, you still turn, but you turn as you put it down. Okay? So try your best to have that turn happening, right? Remember, your leg should be 30 degrees off the center for your back leg. Okay, so make the effort to pivot your leg back and forward as you land. Ready? Let's start from walking stance. We're going to go through this order. We'll show you one time. So kick is 1. Land is 2. Then shift back to walking stance and kick with the other leg. Right? So that's 3. So it's going to be 1 kick, 2 land, 3 walking stance. Okay, let's go through it together, everybody. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Let's move back. Okay, so the next one we're going to work on today is back stances. We're going to practice starting in the back stance. We're going to practice landing in a back stance. Okay, so what that's going to look like is this. Back stance position. You're going to do a front kick. You're going to transition your weight because your weight is on your back leg. You're going to come up to your front leg. You're going to kick. Your leg is going to turn like before. So if your leg turns, how do you bring it back? Like this. You bring it back, and then as you land, twist your hips. So this motion right here. Okay, your hips turn, and you turn your legs back to that L shape that you were in before. Okay, it helps to look down at your legs. Find your position for your back stance. Okay, so look at where your legs are. You're going to bring your hands up, you're going to kick. I want you to look down this time, and then try to bring your legs back to the same starting position. So in order to get it accurate first, you have to see it. You have to see where you want to put your legs. Okay, so once you can do that reliably, then you can do it without looking. Okay, so let's start by looking at your feet. Everyone look down, put your hands on your waist first. Okay, make your back stance. 2 feet distance, L shape with your feet. Weight on your back leg. Ready? Hands up, come up, kick. Look down at your legs and pivot and come back to your starting position. Okay? So if you have to adjust, that's okay. Every time you do it again and again, try to adjust less, meaning you're landing in a better position every time. You know where you should land. If you find that you land too big, try to land smaller next time. If you land too small, try to open it up a little bit. Right? You guys should be able to make your own corrections if you look at it. Okay? So, back stance position. Ready? Hands up, kick 1. Land 2. Again, kick 1. Land 2. 1. 2. Okay? So yeah, if you have to adjust, look down and check, right? Okay, let's try the other side now, shall we? So this time, have your body facing the other way, have your back stance, find your spot, right? Look at where your legs are now, and keep them there. Hands up, kick 1, land 2. Hands up, kick 1, land 2. Kick 1, land 2. Right, check your stance. Ready? 1, 2. Okay. So that's it for front kick. That's front kick in, walking stance, forward stance, and side kick position. All right, and back stance. I just gave you what we're going to do. We're going to be doing side kicks now and landing in forward stance. Okay, so the pivot for a side kick is a little different from pivoting for a front kick. When you pivot for a front kick, you're only turning halfway. Okay, so guys, focus on the class, please. Talk about your broken chairs later. Okay, so when you guys are doing a side kick, I want you guys to take a look at my foot. Okay, it goes from forward, your leg comes up. As you extend your leg, your heel goes forward. Now, as you land, you're going to turn your toes from backwards, back to forwards. Okay, so we're going to start from forward stance position and land in the forward stance position, like the one that we find in Taeguek 5. Even if you're not there yet, that's okay. You can still practice like this because when you come up for a side kick, your legs are straight, just like when you do it in a walking stance. Okay, so it shouldn't be any different. Kicking from walking stance, kicking from side kick position, is going to end up being the same thing as long as your posture is correct. So let's start from a forward stance position. Okay, so actually for this one, I'm going to show you guys the side example. I think you should do forward example. Because I want you guys to notice a few things. Number one, you're going to bring your knee up and you're going to turn halfway. Now, as you stick your leg out, I want you to try to force your heel to move forward. So you have to pivot on a single leg, like this. And now, bend your knee. Now, as you land, bring your knee forward. So you have to twist your hip in the direction you're going as you land. And that's going to be a result of your back leg turning. Okay? So as your leg turns, your body will too. So when this leg turns, look at my hips. You can see this motion. My back leg turns my body where I want it to go. Right? So, right, for the context of Taeguek 5, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then as you land, 4. Right? Your rotation of your leg will bring your body back to the front so that you can do that elbow. Okay? So that's what we're practicing today. Going from a side position, side kick position, to front position. And you have to twist your hips, and you have to twist your back leg to do that. Okay? So let's follow along. Okay? For this one, we'll now both go forwards. Okay, so follow along, right? Leg behind, find extension B. Put your legs into forward stance position. I want you to keep your hands in tight towards your chest. Tuck in your knee, 1, and then kick out 2. Bend your knee, then change to forward stance. 4. Let's make it 4 steps. Okay, ready? So 1, come up. 2, kick. 3, bend your knee. 4, land and turn back to forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for your body position, guys, I want you to move your body back up at the last second. So, for example, when you bend your knee, keep leaning back. Only come forward when you land. So, try not to do this. It's easier on your balance if you go kick, then you come back in, and then you land. But I don't want you to bring your body up just yet. Okay, try keeping your body back and then bring it back up as you land. Okay? Let's try this one a few more times. You can practice your balance before we move on to Poomsae. Okay, ready? Find session B. Forward stance. Ready? 1, up. 2, kick. 3, bend. Land. 4. So once again, let's try not to turn forward too early, okay? Keep your body sideways when you bend your knee. Up 1. Kick 2. Bend your knee 3. Land. 4. You'll notice I'm not kicking very hard. I'm focusing on my balance right now, and you guys should be too. Ready? Up 1. Kick 2. Bend your knee 3. Land. 4. Okay? Now let's move back. We're going to do a few kicks and landings on your own time. So I want you guys to try to put those 4 steps together. It's going to look like this. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay? But you still, even though you're going on your own speed, you're still separating your kick from your landing. You'll see when I'm doing this, there's a slight pause between my kick and the bending of my leg and my landing. I'm not landing right away. Watch. Kick, hold, turn. Right? What am I doing? I'm holding my position to give myself time to set my hands for the next move. Right? Every kick you do, give yourself a split second to prepare your hand movement for what comes next. Okay? So let's do this a few times on your own. We'll do a few on our own, and I want you guys to do some too. Okay? So try to kick, hold, then pivot back to forward when you land. Okay? Right, session B. Hey! On your own time, let's do 10 kicks on your own time, alternating legs. 시작! Shift back and do a few more.
I can't get my balance.
That's what practice is for, Kathy. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's move back. How many with that? 8?
Yes.
2 more. Okay, very good. Hopefully you guys have done 10 on your own. We're going to take a quick water break here, and then we're going to move on to Poomsae. Sit. In there. Good job, everybody. Okay, everybody. Today we're going to focus a little bit more on 2 specific Poomsae. So today we're going to work on 4 and 5, and then tomorrow on Friday we're going to focus on 5 and 6 for the intermediate class. So even if you don't know even if you know the higher Poomsaes, today we're going to focus on 4 and 5. So, you should already know if you know 6 and 7. Right? So focus on those, okay? We're going to give you guys a little bit more detail and some things to focus on for your practice. Okay? So today, number 1, we're going to talk a lot about the kicking and the pivoting, your balance. We're going to work on our stances as much as possible today. So it's going to involve a lot of holding your position. So try your best to hold your position even though it's a little bit more tiring. This is practice. This is part of practice to keep your back stance, to keep your forward stance, to keep your walking stance, and stay in position while you listen, okay? Good. We're going to start with Taeguek number 4. Kathy's going to demonstrate for you. I will show you on my own time later. You said you made? Okay, so the very first stance we're going to do is a back stance. For this one, remember, your weight is supposed to be on your back leg, so I want to see you sit back like this. So if you notice, right, I'm just doing this, but my leg is going out. Whenever you're going into a back stance position, I want you guys to have this image in your head of you sticking your leg out, okay? You bend your back leg and you stick your back leg out, and your weight should be right on top of your back leg. This way you don't have to go and then readjust, okay? So a few things you don't want to do. Don't step back, right? Don't lean back. Don't step forward, obviously, and have your weight forward, right? Sit on your back leg and stick your front leg out so that your weight is on your back leg and you're in a proper stance with your L stance, okay? Sorry, back stance. Okay, let's see Kathy's back stance. Ready? Hana. Okay, good. From here, she's going to shift to a forward stance. There. Okay, so you notice here, once again, when she steps forward, her back leg pivots. You want to remember that pivot. right? And it only goes a little bit, okay? So if you have your back leg turning all the way to the side, incorrect. That's a groin stretch, right? You have to turn it only a little bit. To control how much your new back leg pivots and make sure your heel isn't up. Set! For this one, when you're spinning around, you really have to shift your weight from your front leg to your back leg and then turn around so that your weight stays here and it doesn't go forward. Okay, so this is how you keep your weight on the correct leg. As you turn around, watch that again, you shift as you turn. So from forward, I go in and I turn. I do those two things together. It's a little bit hard to picture in your head, but when you do it smoothly, it's one. And this way your weight is here and it's not too forward. Okay, ready? Now. Okay, ready? Now to the front, head block, knife and strike. Now. Once again, this is forward stance. One of the most common errors I see is people doing a small forward stance here or just doing a walking stance. It's a forward stance, and so is the next one. Now. Okay, from here, we're going to see those side kicks we talked about. She's going to do two of them, and every time she bends her knee and lands, she's going to have to unpivot, right? So it's going to be pivot fully, unpivot, land. Kick fully, then as she lands, pivot sideways, okay? So for that back stance, you're going to have to unpivot fully once for a walking stance, and you're going to have to half pivot back for the back stance and have your body facing sideways, or 45 degrees. Let's see her do it. So try to take note of her standing leg when she does the side kick. Now, and then one, good, and then number two, and she lands in a back stance. Okay, let's see that second kick again, just so we make sure that she knows what she's doing. Just the second kick. So side kick. That's not the second kick. Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, go, Catherine, go. Front kick, punch. Side kick one, side kick two, and she lands in a back stance. Okay? So right there we can see, right? She was turning like a little more when she turns back. Okay? So she went from the back and then she unpivoted a little less than she should have. She needs to turn it to the side. Yeah, make that L shape with your feet in the correct directions. Let's turn around. Ready? Out of block and out. So we worked on this earlier. Back stance to back stance, right? Here, kick, return to the same position. But when you kick, transfer your weight and then transfer it back to your back leg, right? So back leg, your balance is here. Kicking, your balance is the other leg. Landing, you're back on your back leg again. Make sure your weight shifting is correct here so that your stances are good. Ready? There. Okay, so I'm going to challenge Kathy a little bit. I'm going to make her separate those two things. You can do that again, out of block. Okay, so she's going to kick and stop there. Go. Okay, so from this position right here, she's going to have to land and move her leg back and turn her knee to the side as she lands. Go. Okay. From here, let's try the other side. And up. Okay, let's see her do the same thing on this side. Front kick and hold. Now from here, she's going to set her hands and land. Okay, so one thing I want you guys to remember at home, right? So if you're kicking with your leg in front, this is easier, right? If you can't or you want to kick higher, you're going to need to pivot that front leg from back stance, pivot, and then when you land, you're going to unpivot. Okay, if you can manage to do that, that's a little bit harder, but it's more impressive. Okay, but both are still okay for now, okay? Depending on which one you can do. Okay, ready? Head block, half and strike, and out. From your front kick to back fist, and out. Okay, ready? Step to the side, middle block, punch, and out. Third. Set. Make sure we're timing our blocks with our landing. So now. Bottom. So. Okay, let's go to Taeguek 4 on my own time. Okay, so either do it on your own time or watch how I do it. Okay, whichever one you want to do. Either focus on how I'm showing you to do the Poomsae or do it along with me. Okay, so a few things I'm going to focus on showing you today. Number one, I'm going to do my best to show you proper back stances and forward stances. But I'm going to show you guys how to pivot and land in those stances that we talked about. From side kick to stances and front kick into landing behind in stances. Okay, so let's try and watch those things.
That's a kind of tap.
Yes, ma'am?
준비. Poomsae number 4 on your own count. 시작.
Okay, so hopefully during the front kicks and the side kicks, you're noticing the pivot and the unpivot. Pivot to the side, unpivot. Pivot to the back, unpivot halfway. Okay, so try to follow that when you're doing the Taeguek 4. Let's go on to Taeguek 5 today. Facing forward, sit. Good there. Poomsae 준비. Let's go to Taeguek 5. For this one, we're going to focus on our forward stances mostly. But I want you guys to take the time to set your hands in position. So I'm gonna get Kathy to pause in certain positions after her front kicks. Well, I'll tell her before she has to do it. Okay, she needs fair warning. Okay, we'll block forward stance now. Okay, so make sure that back leg turns, right? So this back leg behind you has to turn as you turn your body to the side. So a little more, Kathy. A little more this way with your back leg. Yeah, okay, ready? From here, let's make an L stance. So to do that, right, you have to do 2 movements. From your forward stance position, I'll show you over here. Okay, front leg goes back leg turns to the side. But those 2 actions come together in 1. Let's see your try. 3. Okay, so let's do it again, but now same time. So you did it separately, that's okay. But now let's put those 2 actions together. At the same time as your back leg, your heel moves, her front leg has to shift back at the same time. Okay. Okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on putting it together at home as well. To do this right at the same time, your weight has to be here. You can't lean on either one of your legs, otherwise you're going to go 1, then 2. Right? If your weight's in the center, you can go and do both almost together. You kind of have to lift up your heels at the same time in order to move them, right? Without having to, do it separately. Other side, let's see the same thing. Set. Okay, let's see if she can do it on this side. Then. Okay, so everyone, this is a work in progress for everyone, right? This is, right, taking the easy level, pushing it to a higher level, right? Get that pivot and the step at the same time. Okay, ready to the front, now. Okay, this is where I'm going to get Kathy the whole leg in here. Front kick, hold your leg up, now. Okay, so now before she starts to land, she's going to set her hands to the back fist position. So after that front kick, it's going to be 1, and then 1, 2. Let's see Kathy do it now. Okay, let's see it again in the other leg. There, front kick hold. She's going to set her other hand under her arm. You guys, I want you to remember that your front kick position starts from here, not from your belt, under your arm. Ready? Line it. Now. Okay, from here, stepping forward into back fist, set your hand and step, now. Okay, turn around, see the left hand block, now. Okay, there. Okay, set. Make sure the weight is on your back leg, yeah? Make sure you're leaning on your back leg. When you're shifting from a forward stance to a back stance, you're going from your front leg to your back leg as you turn around. You're shifting from your leaning on your front leg to leaning on this leg, right? You're switching which leg you lean on when you go from forward stance to back stance. Okay, so make sure you have that as you turn around. So as you're turning, your transition, front leg balance, shift your back leg as you turn so that you're stable. Otherwise, you're going to go like this, and then you're going to have to go back again. Okay, ready? Change the forward stance, elbow, na. To the back, low block, middle block, na. Okay, so you're going to get her to pause again here. Front kick, hold your leg up. Okay, set your hand for low block. You see? Okay, ready? Now, and low block, middle block. Okay, so once again, we have there, right, example of controlling your balance. Ready to the side, head block, forward stance. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to show you guys first, right, so Kathy can relax a little bit. When you guys are doing your sidekick position, right, I'm going to show you towards the camera, right, your hand is above your head, your hand's on your belt. You're going to have to cross your arms the opposite way. So whichever hand you're blocking with your head, right, you're blocking your head with, has to come down. You have to cross your hands opposite way at the same time as you raise your back leg up. So from this position, it's 1. Okay, now as you extend your leg, that's going to be 2. That's side kick. Then 3, you're going to bend your knee. Now, as you do those things that I told you earlier, so you have to pivot, you have to bring your knee up, you have to land in forward stance. But now you have to open your hand and bring your elbow forward. So you're doing a lot of things at once. What are you doing? You're turning your leg, you're turning your body, you're opening your hand. You're opening up your elbow to strike the arm. So from 1, you bend your knee. Then 2, you're turning your whole body forward. You swing your elbow forward at the same time. Okay? So let's see Kathy do that. Let's see. Okay. Show me slow first. So go in steps. Right? Tuck in. Step 1. Kick 2. Bend your knee. Oh, and land 3. Okay. Okay. Let's see the same thing on the other side. Head block now. So remember, set those hands in reverse from what you have, right? So cross your hands the opposite way the moment you lift up that knee. 1, right? 1. Extend 2, right? Bend your knee 3, and land 4. Okay, make sure you turn that body from backwards to forwards, right? You're going from back position to forward position. Your leg goes from facing toes back to toes forward on your back leg. Make sure you have that pivot fully coming back when you turn back around. Okay, to the back, no hold middle block, now. Okay, now she's gonna hold the front kick again for the last one, now. Okay, she's gonna set her hand under her arm, but this time now her landing is gonna be a stomp and a step into a cross stance position. So her front leg has to face 45 degrees to the side. Let's see, come on.
Cut.
Okay, bottom, sure, relax. I'm not gonna keep holding for too long. But this is training though, this is good training, right? If you guys can hold your front kick position and stay there in between movements, right, your stability is gonna be a lot better. Now, last thing. The last stance is called a cross stance. There's 2 versions of this. The first one you learn in Taeguek 5 is when your front leg turns away from center in the closed direction. I say closed, meaning that your body turns to the side. So let's call this the side cross stance, okay? So the side cross stance, your front leg turns 45 degrees to the side. So from forward, turn it towards the corner, okay? And now you're gonna bring your other leg behind and make that T shape, right? So make it perpendicular to your side leg. So point your left leg to the side of your right leg, right? So you're standing on this one, other leg, point at your leg, and you're gonna lift up your heel and bend both of your knees. Okay, so when you've done all of this, your body is gonna end up facing sideways. So this is the position you wanna end up in at the end. Okay, so you're starting facing here, you kick facing forward, but when you land, the moment you land, you turn your leg to the corner like this. 1, 2. Okay, so from kick, set, 1, 2. Has to be a quick step. Okay, I'll move back into one more time. Okay, so front kick, set, 1, 2. This way, toes to the corner, leg, T shape with 1 fist distance between my toes, and my shoulders are facing the side. Okay, okay, now we're gonna do, yes, and then from then we can move on to the mat check. Okay, so let's go one time on my own time. Try to watch my stances.
마스크 차.
Smile.
끝내. 준비. Poomsae number 5 on your own count. 시작.
Very good, everyone. So hopefully you guys could follow along and see what we're talking about today. So try to practice those things when you're practicing Taeguek 4 and 5. Okay? So from here, facing forward, check. If you need to get water, go ahead and do so, but come back and listen for the mat chat with Master Saadati.
Okay. All right. How's everybody doing? How was your class? You guys, let's talk to me now. About the student note, the first 3 lines yesterday. I shall observe, I shall respect my parents, brothers and sisters and elders. I shall respect my master, instructors, and all senior ranks. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. We talked about that. Has anyone misused Taekwondo since yesterday? Type in yes or no. Have you misused Taekwondo since yesterday we talked? Hope you never have to do that. Taekwondo is just for self-defense purpose and fitness and all the benefits that you get from Taekwondo mentally, physically, psychologically. That's why we do Taekwondo, not to misuse Taekwondo. The next line is, I shall finish what I started. So what do we have to finish? What do we have to, like everything that we start, we have to finish it? Like earlier, I was telling the earlier class, sometimes you go to fridge, you grab the gelato ice cream bucket, it's a little big. You start eating, you're like, I just go a few spoon and then I put them back. And then you'll remember this, I shall start when I finish. You'll tell your parents, oh, I've learned in Taekwondo, they told me I have to finish what I start. And you finish all the gelato. Is that what we're saying here? Is that what we're teaching Master Kenneth?
No,
To
sir.
finish all the gelato and ice cream in the fridge? Don't leave anything for next week?
No, sir. That's not what we're teaching.
No. Okay. Just want to know these guys, they understand that. So what do we finish when we start? Master Kenneth, what do you have for these guys?
So today we're going to talk about achieving our goals. So right, we brought up earlier, right, whatever things you set out to achieve. So in Taekwondo, we set out to achieve things like a black belt, right? Achieving being able to do a certain kick, right? Or like maybe achieve a certain level of fitness, right? We all have these goals that we come to Taekwondo to do, right? When it comes to finishing what we start, right? Sometimes when it comes to reaching our goals, challenges or obstacles come in the way that make it hard to finish. Like, when sometimes you get too busy with school, so Taekwondo becomes harder to do, right? Or sometimes, I don't know, maybe like you sprain your ankle and then you come back and then, your flexibility is not as good or your balance isn't as good, right, as a result. And so it's harder for you, like it's a setback, right? So you get discouraged, right? So in terms of that, right, your goal seems further away and then oftentimes people give up because of it. Right, but then what people forget is that they've already put in a lot of effort into reaching their goal, and once you give up on a goal, all that effort is wasted. So the main thing is, right, once you started your journey towards, right, doing something, towards improving yourself or to reaching a certain level of achievement, right, you have to motivate yourself by remembering everything you've already done, and remembering that if you give up now, it's all for nothing, right? So you can't waste your previous effort by giving up.
Very good. I want to know if Kathy has ever given up or didn't finish what she started. Have you done anything and then halfway you let it go?
Yes, plenty of times I have done it.
You've done
and
it?
I think I learned a very good lesson from it. To give you an example, I took piano for a couple of years and I probably made it halfway through and they started getting really, really hard. So I gave up and I never saw the end to that one. And here I am now, I'm regretting it. I don't have the time to go back and learn piano. So yeah, just focus on what you have at the moment and try to get the best out of it as much as possible.
That's okay, Kathy. Not everybody has to know piano. Do you think, did you like it? You didn't like it.
But I regret it now.
I did some too. I did some lesson, and once I learned how to play it, I just listened to music and I start playing it. And I didn't finish all the courses, and like when I was younger, of course.
Great.
And I just start playing, fooling around and just playing music and songs without learning like proper note and going to the next level. But
I mean,
what we did not quit is Taekwondo.
No, that's why.
We didn't that. Taekwondo, I bet Taekwondo is harder than learning piano because in Taekwondo you get hurt like physically. I kick you in the leg, I punch you in the stomach, you spar, you throw up, you do thousands of burpees, and it's not as hard as Taekwondo, but it's just a matter of sometimes knowing like the benefit of the thing that we are doing. Sometimes, like maybe at that time you didn't know the benefit of learning piano and it wasn't fun, and
I just didn't want to overcome the challenges, right? If I
Yeah.
had overcome the challenges, who knows?
You
maybe I
didn't
would
have the
enjoy
same
it.
knowledge you have now.
Exactly.
You didn't have the same attitude you have now. Same thing as me. Yes, we all grow. Yes, that's what we do. We finish what we start, whatever we start, whether it's learning in music, doing sports, doing Taekwondo, and remembering that the first day why we started, Sometimes that helps a lot. First day you start Taekwondo or you start piano because it's cool, it sounds nice, and you do a few months. After 6 months, 7 months, maybe things become different. Things gets harder. You have to learn more things. You have to learn more notes. You have to do more push-ups, more Poomsae, and you have to do more of everything. And then once it's not as sweet as the first day, you're like, oh, okay, maybe I should go try now tennis. Maybe I should go try volleyball, or maybe I should go play ping pong, or maybe I should play basketball. You do a little bit and then you quit. So that's what we are talking about. We don't want to quit things when it becomes difficult, when it's hard. You have to remember the first day. First day I joined it because it's interesting, because it's cool, because it's nice, because of all the benefit it's offering. What do we learn Taekwondo? What do we learn in tennis, in soccer? Every sport you learn something different, right? Teamwork, and you have to remember the benefit of it, and then it helps you to stay in it when it's difficult time. Okay, now I'm gonna continue my training, no matter how hard it is, and I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it to wherever that my goal is. My goal is black belt. Okay, I got black belt. My goal is a 2nd degree black belt instructor. I go become instructor, whatever it is. Awesome. What was the last line? I shall finish what I start. I shall do my best to become the best. So I shall do my best to become the best means best of yourself. You don't want to always try to compete with others. You don't want to always think about how others are doing. You don't want to think about to become the best in my class here. And sometimes when you see someone better than you, it makes you feel bad. And then you get depression. You're like, oh, after all this hard work, that girl is better than me. Or this guy got 1% scored higher than me in the belt test. I'm going to go cry about that. Is that what we're talking about? To be the best? If you're not the best, if you didn't get the highest score at the belt test, is that what we're saying, Instructor Kenneth or Kathy? Or is that what we're saying? No, right? We're not saying that. We're saying the best version of yourself. Do the best. Work hard to be the best from your own self. Me, I compare myself today with yesterday. How many burpees did I do? How tired I was yesterday. Today, I'm going to try to do even more, so to improve, to get better. Best of Master Saadati. Best of Master Kenneth. Best of Kathy. Best of you. Your version. So we don't want to compare ourselves with other people because everybody has different ability, and that's not what we are talking about here. I shall do my best to become the best in Taekwondo. Of course, my Taekwondo, me and myself. Okay? And then if you do that, obviously you're going to improve every day. And then all of a sudden, you never know. You might become the best in your school, become the best in your town, in your province, in Canada. You'll be the best in Canada. That's what I did. I became best in Canada. How? So when you win gold in Canada, when you win championship in Canada, you're the best in your division, right? But that doesn't mean next year I'm going to win again. So I always have to try hard to become the best of myself. Kamsahamnida. Thank you for watching, you guys. Thank you for joining us. And you guys have a great day. Tomorrow we have class. Again, Master Kenneth and Instructor Justin, they'll be here. And more Poomsae details. So today you covered up to Poomsae 5.
Yes, sir.
Maybe tomorrow we cover 6 and 7. Yes, awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Have a good evening and see you tomorrow. Chariat.
Sir.
감사합니다.